So in this video, I'm going to talk about this enormous Hollywood news that AT&T is going to sell Warner Media to Discovery. And Discovery and Warner Media are going to create this new media company. But before I do that, I just want to say that this is going to be a very short segment in regards to one aspect of this deal. But I'm going to get into a lot more detail and more in depth with my good friend Vash Sky this weekend on the Orange Nerd Show. So make sure you check it out this weekend. We're going to go for like an hour plus and talk about this news because it's ginormous Hollywood news. So let's talk about this. So what does this mean for Universal? That's what I really want to focus on in this video. We've all seen the past few years, these media companies really kind of, trying to consolidate and snatch up various studios and franchises and IP to kind of position themselves better in the whole streaming war, so to speak. We've seen Disney do it, as recently as Fox, but really Disney's been preparing for this, it seems like forever, with all their acquisitions. Just the other day, Amazon announced that they're in talks to buy the legendary studio MGM and their film library and their well, actually not just their film library, but their entire library. So there's been a lot of movement and positioning, right? And what does this mean for Universal? Well, I really believe that, and you guys might disagree with me on this, but I really believe that Universal has dropped the ball big time. Now, they let Fox slip through the cracks for them. Okay, it went to Disney, obviously. And then this news comes out that Discovery is going to buy Warner Media, another big studio that Universal could have snatched up, and they dropped the ball. Here, look, here's the situation. Universal needs IP. Okay, they have a couple of IP that are worthwhile, but for the most part, they're really lagging behind a lot of these other major studios like Disney, now like Discovery, and all these other studios. They really need to grab some more franchises. I commended them when they bought DreamWorks Animation, but they need to do more. If they want to be relevant in the streaming war, they have to do more. And to have two big studios now, Fox and Warner Media, to slip through their fingers is bad news. Okay, it is bad news, especially when you have companies like Amazon snatching studios up like MGM. Universal has to get on the ball with this. Look, the streaming battle is very, very important. And I know my park people are going to get upset when I say this. It's more important than the parks right now. Okay, this is really a survival moment in Hollywood. The studios that do this right and secure their place in this whole streaming game are the ones that will survive. And Universal is really, really falling behind. I'm sorry, Peacock ain't it, okay? No one talks about Peacock. It's all about Netflix, Disney Plus, and HBO Max, right? Universal needs to step up. Now, imagine if Universal were to grab Warner Media. The amount of content and IP that they would have acquired from Warner Media could have fed their theme parks and their streaming service for decades. Between the Looney Tune characters, which are arguably the biggest characters next to Mickey and Donald and Goofy, okay? The DC characters, which they could have went toe-to-toe with Marvel, with the DC superhero stuff. Okay, they could have got the film rights to Harry Potter. They already have the park rights. They could have acquired the film rights. Warner Brothers is a ginormous studio with a ton of really, really great IP, and they dropped the ball big time. Okay, now, the positive news, the light at the end of the tunnel is it's not over yet. Discovery has not locked in this deal yet. Comcast can still swoop in and make a counteroffer, and I think Universal should. I think they should absolutely swoop in and make a counteroffer like they did with Fox and Disney. This is too important for Universal to pass up. They need to at least make an attempt to grab Warner Media. I think Warner Media would be a great fit for Universal Comcast. I think they should absolutely go for it. This is the time. Okay, this is a time. I see all these other studios making moves to position themselves better, and Comcast is just kind of sitting there, really sitting on their hands doing nothing. They need to step it up. But what do you guys think about this whole This whole news about, Warner Media and Discovery merging. What are your thoughts on my viewpoint that Universal's really dropping the ball here? I would love to hear from you guys. Comment below. And don't forget, this weekend on the Orange Nerd Show, Vash and myself are going to go in depth in regards to this huge merger between Warner Media and Discovery. Thank you all so much for watching. And as always, have a wonderful day. Bye-bye, y'all.